Today, as you know, we're talking about borders. Most of our quilts ready to frame, right? You know, a border could be a fresh element. Maybe you need something that helps the quilt look like it belongs together. I have found that a good rule of thumb is to use a measurement that is in your quilt somewhere. So for the width of the border. So like this squiggly one is 4 inches wide, which is the same width as one of the blocks in the smaller 9 patches. Every quilt is different, and so you have to rethink it every single time. I was having a really hard time. I was almost done. I couldn't decide on the binding fabric, and it shouldn't be that hard, right? So then I found another piece of fabric that I hadn't used in the quilt, and I didn't have enough to do the binding. I found it, I liked it, it worked to separate the binding from the rest of the quilt, helped to kind of frame the quilt. So that's what I went with. So those are flanges there. Try something, step back, think about it. If you like it, then go with it. As long as you're happy with it and you think that it helps the quilt and it does what the quilt needs, that's all that matters. You know, your personality comes out in your quilt designs, I think. Whether you're using a pattern and choosing fabrics, whether you're designing it all yourself, you want to like this thing when you're done, right? You put a lot of work into this thing. So finding what makes you happy and what is going to make the quilt happy, taking a step back and thinking, that's the rule here.